Hello LEGO friends, Matt from Brooks here. Today it's time for my thoughts on the LEGO Jazz Club Modular set. Stay tuned! Welcome back everybody, and in this video I'm just going to give you some of my overarching thoughts on the LEGO Jazz Club Modular, the set for 2023. I just recently finished getting this together over the course of a number of live streams. And first thoughts, overall, I'm pretty content with this. I'm going to say it off the bat, I think a good word to use to describe this, I'll use a word from my friend Eric, aka Bricklock, and that is safe. This is a very nice, safe build. Nothing overly exciting or really crazy. It just looks good. Nothing too outlandish, but it also has room for a few improvements. And I'm just going to go ahead and take you through some stuff really quick here. At least as quick as I can without doing a complete review of every little thing. Let you know some things that I like and some things that I think are worth tweaking. So let's get into it. Oh, by the way, there's LEGO still hanging out, eating a turkey leg.
Lol, Lego.
I don't know how he's still eating that. It's been literally weeks that he's been eating that. First off the bat, color. So I don't have much dark red in my city right now, so I was very happy to set that had mostly a dark red composition, so I'm honestly very happy with this. I think it looks good. I like the blending with the cool yellow color here for the Pizzeria and tailor shop. I think that works well. You know, a lot of people were not too happy about the use of the dark azure blue here. I think it maybe kind of stands out a little too much or isn't the right fit, but you know what? Now that I've built it and I have it in front of me myself, I actually kind of like this, like the shade. I'm naturally drawn to blue anyway, so it works for me. I do like the azure shade, so I'm very happy with that. And seeing it under the light in combination with two other basically primary colors of red and yellow, even though these are obviously not the primary colors per se, of red, yellow, and blue, I do think that these shades work well together, at least in my opinion. I'm pretty happy with that. Printed tiles, fantastic. Printed brick piece right there. It's actually on its side. It's a cool technique. Printed Jazz Club, fantastic. Sign could be improved, make it a little bit more 3D-ish. This is something that I may consider. Some of the things that I've thought of are based on Robert Hood Brick's assessment of the Jazz Club and what he's done. So I may do a few mods based on that as well. But just the exterior, in my opinion, looks pretty good. I know a lot of people have said it's too smooth. There's nothing to really distinguish it. I do agree in some ways with that. It looks just a little too flat compared to what we've gotten before, but other people have been like, well, why don't you make the color more uniform? LEGO did that. And now people are like, oh, it's too uniform, it's too flat, it's boring. Well, I guess, make up your mind. What do you want, right? I happen to like this. These sides are going to be against other buildings directly, so you're not even going to see them, so what does it matter, right? Back, maybe you could touch up a little bit, who knows? I do like the use of the dark orange here as well. I think that's cool. Roof is pretty straightforward. Squirrel. Nice techniques there. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. Before getting inside, I do want to say I really like the technique here of doing this kind of off 45 degree, 90 degree sort of angling here they did with the door. I think that's kind of neat. The fact that the only problem I have with this, and I think others might agree, is the fact that the ticket window is virtually nil here. It basically goes right inside the area, the audience area. So it's a little iffy, but I do like what they were going for with that. Inside, I like the overall aesthetic. I like the corner angling for the stage here. I think that's pretty cool. Great figures. Singer, band, the choir guy, lots of cool stuff there. I like the overall setup they were going for here. It feels like it's a little empty. Could probably put a couple more things in there if you really wanted to make it dense and set up a good scene there. But I like the aesthetic. You got a couple of lights on the wall. I think that was a good touch. I do like that idea. Lego included a bathroom. It is there. It's tiny, but it's there. Underneath the stairs. Good enough for that. And then you've got this very large, wide opening. Very tall opening. Over into a little pizzeria. Now, some people are noting there's not really any good indication that this is per se a pizzeria, other than the fact you get a figure, a little bike or scooter that has a pizza thing, and you got this. So there's something going to change involving the pizzeria. I'm not going to say it in the video here, but that will be coming, inspired by others. You get the typical chef figure there. Nice setup here. Ingredients for a pizza. You got modern quarter tiles here. Pizza printed tiles. You got a very nice oven. Brick-built oven here. Ingredients up here. Otherwise, it's a little boring, a little bland. So I think this area could use a bit more touching up. Maybe along the walls or something, giving it some additional items or something, just to highlight it. Might help a bit. I am not sure what I'm going to do about this section, because this is one thing I'm not really fond of. Having this wide opening. I'm almost contemplating, I don't know, changing this up, putting a wall in here, putting a service window or something, and maybe even moving this door over to the other side. Not sure yet. That's something I'm going to think about. But yeah, I know having this doorway here and this archway, I feel like almost restricts putting more stuff in this corner in terms of having more scene and more audience members in the jazz club itself. Otherwise, though, mostly, yeah, I like it. Also, little printed tile here, the tailor, with a purple or lavender doorway. Door here. It goes upstairs. Yeah. Alright, second floor. Alright, a look at the second floor. First off right away, love the stained glass window technique here. This is fantastic. Props to Lego for using that. I like these new 1x2 rounded jumper pieces underneath that quarter tile there. Those should be a fun piece to use on maybe future mocks and stuff like that, so I'm going to have to pick up some of those. On the second floor, this is basically the office, maybe for the jazz club owner. Nice little record player there, kind of old school, with a huge speaker. I like that. Printed speaker tile there. Art piece feels a little small compared to some other stuff that might maybe get revised, remocked a little bit. I do like the desk. The telephone is really old school. That is like 1900s era telephone right there, honestly. I like the lamp, chair. The office actually overlooks the stage area, which is an interesting design feature. Kind of obviously restricts what you're doing here, but I get what they were going for. I kind of like the idea of it too in some ways, so I don't think I'm going to change much up with that. I'll leave it as it is. Door here. Now here's something that gets interesting. You have a door here, you have a door here, and you have a door here. All coming out into this one corridor. So theoretically, it doesn't really necessarily work. I'm not sure you can change all these. This one probably has to swing this way. This one probably could be reversed to swing into the other shop. This one maybe could, but I think that was a small, interesting design feature. I'll use that in quotes. This hallway actually is what leads up to the office and then the tailor's area, and then this little balcony here. Some people are not necessarily fond of how they arrange this with the stairway coming up into this area and then going into the tailor shop. I don't know if I'm going to change anything with this. It feels like it might be a little too much work to mod that for that little issue, which isn't a big deal to me, at least. I do like the tailor shop. I like the various indications of material there, a little mannequin thing. I like that they continued that brick-built chimney all the way up here, so you have a little area for a fireplace right here. Really, really like what they did with the sewing machine. I think that was a cool technique. Looks very real and authentic. It looks like a 1980 or early 1900s kind of sewing machine. Things I remember seeing when I was little that were still around. a very basic lamp, and there's your figure. Third floor. Alright, on the third floor, they continued that stained glass technique, which I think looks beautiful. Very, very good work on that Lego. I like the use of this little windshield piece here, windscreen piece in gray to actually create this framing for that final window at the top there. Good technique choice in my opinion. Stairway comes up and terminates here, so you got one door that will lead out to something. And this little decoration in the hallway here. There's actually an access ladder to get up to the roof area. And then this doorway, in this case, actually swings in. And what's in here is actually kind of a staging and prep dressing room kind of thing for the performers. Probably namely like the female singer, the head and all that. So, very interesting design for the couch. I do like the artwork here with the big notes. I think that's cool. I like that printed note piece or in the music stand. Very cool to have that. Random box. And you got this big table here with I think it's a chrome piece. Or maybe drum lacquered silver. Not perfect for a mirror. It kind of works. I like what they're going for. I like the overall design otherwise of this. I think it works. Yeah, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But you'll see here that there's nothing on the other side of that door. So the question is, what else is there? And here you go. It's this. So the door leads out right here in terms of an access point to the roof, and this is over the pizzeria and tailor shop. So a very simple roof design. You got a chimney that comes up and ends right here. Looks good. Like the use of all the brick, masonry brick and all that. The profiles look good. And you got a little greenhouse. Design is fairly simplistic. Some snot style building here. Things kind of plug in on the side and it connects in through the back here. Various plants of sorts growing in here. This is not perfect because these don't fully close down in terms of, if you look at the back side, they don't come down and touch that point. So it looks a little awkward from the back if you're actually looking at it that way, but if you're looking at it from the front, I think it works pretty well. Yeah. I don't think I'll change anything with this, except maybe I might tile off that inside part there, just with another color or something. Otherwise, I think that section isn't bad. Alrighty, everything back together, reassembled. So there you go, there are my thoughts on the 2023 modular building, the Jazz Club and Pizzeria. Again, I think it's a overall very nice build. I think it's, again, safe is the appropriate word. It looks good to me overall, very happy with it. I do like the colors. I don't see myself changing anything with that. I do see some small tweaks here, such as I'm going to do the pizzeria section and some other things inside just to make it look a little bit better. Overall though, satisfied. I will light this up at some point. That's what I've been doing with my city builds. But for now, I think, yeah, we're done. Overall, recommended. Continue building a modular library with everything else. Yeah, satisfied. And this was mostly a Christmas gift. I used gift cards to buy this, so I can't complain too much. Alright, as always, I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this particular set. I certainly enjoyed going through them and letting you know what I think and what I may end up doing. So stay tuned for future mods to this and a future live stream, which you can see over on Twitch at Brooks Bricks. So give me a follow there. That's where I do all those weekly live streams, builds like this. And if you haven't, be sure to give me a sub over here as well. Hit that like button, notification bell, comment or thought below, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all the support. It really means a lot. And until next time, this is Matt from Brooks Bricks and
Lol Lego.
Lol Lego. Still eating that turkey, saying see ya from the Jazz Club.